We are going to camp for less than $3 a night the next 2 weeks just outside the back gate of Disney, and I love that. After nearly 9 years of full-time travel, this has become one of our favorite campgrounds. It doesn't have the best amenities, and it's not that close to the beach or a ski resort. So why do we love it so much? Come along with us and we'll show you what it looks like, how we get it for less than $3 a night, and the roads we take to get to Disney. But first, if we haven't met before, we're the Shinpaughs. We're a family of 4 who travels full-time, so we can make memories now. Babe, we're taking the back roads this morning, and I know that makes you happy.
It's my absolute favorite. I love getting off the interstate and traveling through all those little towns. There's so much scenery, and it's just as quick as driving on the interstate and a whole lot less stressful.
You've definitely made me a believer in that. And if you haven't done so, give those 2-lane roads a chance. Let's go check out these amenities and see how good they are. I'm gonna ride Jason's scooter. It's new. I don't really love it, but it'll make this easier. Ah! I know I'm supposed to be wearing a helmet. All right, we're gonna cross the street here and go check out the clubhouse. And that's where most of the amenities are anyhow, so I think we should start there. We were able to get a spot really close to the clubhouse, which actually was important to us. We didn't bring our e-bikes on this trip. We left them behind. So Jason has the scooter, the kids have electric skateboards, and I've got my trusty feet. So we did want to use some of these amenities, so walking right across the street was important to us. We're going to take a walk over to the pickleball courts, and then we'll work our way back and show you everything. They've got 10 pickleball courts in total, 6 here and 4 just next door in its own enclosure. Across the way are 12 shuffleboards, and they even have putt-putt. The kids have played pickleball several mornings since we've been here this week, and they said it was great. People congregate around 9 o'clock every day in order to do that. We haven't ever played the putt-putt golf, I don't think, and shuffleboard, it's been a few years, but I tell you what, for a couple bucks a night, that's a lot of fun to have. This is not a full-service gym, just be advised, but it does have a lot of things that you're not going to carry with you in your RV, Clark. We've come down and used the gym. Having the free weights is a really nice treat because we travel with bands and the kids love to run on the treadmills. I did try one of the pieces of equipment and it was so-so, but listen, we don't travel with any of that stuff, so it's a treat just to have some different things to exercise with for a few days. It is really grassy and sandy everywhere, but they do have really nice sidewalks connecting all the amenities here. And right behind me is a basketball court. So this is the clubhouse that we're going into, like I said. And because this is 1,000 Trails, they do have an office where you can buy memberships. We have a membership. And let me tell you about that real quickly before we go in. We bought a membership in 2016, and we bought it used and we paid half for it. At the time, that was $2,500, and all of the benefits transferred with it, which was great for us. We don't use it a lot, we use it a little bit. It's a tool in our toolbox. So if we're passing through somewhere where there's a great 1,000 Trails, we'll use it. If it's not so great, we'll pass. But we literally stay here for less than $3 a night because we've more than paid for the $2,500. If you take an average night of camping and divide that into the $2,500, In almost 9 years, we've more than paid that off. So right now we pay a little over $70 a month for an annual fee to stay in the Thousand Trails system. Plus we do pay for one extra service. It is easily less than $3 a night and closer to $2.50 a night if we were to stay in the Thousand Trails system all the time. There's a couple reasons why we've been in the clubhouse. Number one, if we want to spread out and work, there's a lot of table space in there. Number two, sometimes they have activities. Like when the kids were little, they've had some different parties or crafts up here. Sometimes they do line dancing. So you can come up here and meet other campers when they have some organized events. And number three is you can get mail here. There is one thing you need to know though. If you have a package delivered here, it is $5 per package to pick it up. So that's kind of a pain. We'll use an Amazon locker down the street and that kind of takes care of that. There is a Thousand Trails sales office in here too. So if you're interested in the memberships or if you have a membership and you have questions about it, because there's a lot of details and a lot of titles to some of the memberships, this is where you do that too. Overall, the clubhouse is really nice. It's clean and there's tons of space and the activities are a huge bonus. If there is a downside, especially for me, it's that it's normally kind of loud in there. So if I wanted to spread out and work in there, that's not going to work for me. Definitely am not going to find a quiet corner where I can do that. I forgot about the game room because we've never really used it, but it does have a lot of things. If it's a rainy day, if it's a colder day, you know, we're in Florida, but that's definitely going on right now. They have ping pong, they have a pool table, they have a ton of different games and books. This place is probably happening during the week. When we first started coming to Thousand Trails, this was the only part of the campground. Now it's called the old side, but back when we first started coming, not every spot over here had 50 amp. So you were trying to find a 50 amp spot here every chance you got. As you can see, the roads need a little bit of attention. Some of the streets are very tight and the spots are very inconsistent. Most of them have some sort of concrete pad or blacktop pad, but you can't count on it. We have had to stay over here before, even now that they've got a new side. That's part of the check-in process. If it's full, it's full. But we've always moved the next morning. We found a spot that we could slide into on the other side, which you're allowed to do. You can tell we're on the new side. It's obvious, and it's wonderful in my opinion. I do love an old campground. I love a state park, I really do. But when we come to Orlando, we're normally coming and going to the theme park or for work, and having the concrete and the cement and just not all the dirt and sand to deal with is really nice for us. If given the choice, we'll always pick this side, but it's all 50 amp. Every spot has a nice concrete pad, and there's plenty of space for a rig any size to get into a spot. There aren't any trees in the middle here of the new spot, so you do give that up a little bit. So good luck with shade in the summer here. The nice thing is, no matter which side you like, it's the same price. There's no upgrade or upcharge to stay on one side or the other. If you like to walk, this is a huge park and you can definitely get some miles in really easily. And this is my favorite part of the whole campground. Coming under these trees, that canopy over the road as we get ready to come upon the lake. Willis, look, it's going to be a full moon. It's awesome. It is so pretty and peaceful out here, whether you come in the morning or at night. And when it gets really dark, most nights you can see the Disney fireworks from here. So that's a bonus. There used to be a sign right there at the edge of the water that said, "Do not swim because there are alligators." We have seen alligators out there before. So I personally wouldn't swim, and I wouldn't let my dog swim in it either. I'm really surprised those signs aren't here anymore. You can tell we're a fan of this place for lots of reasons, but I want to know what you think. Put in the comments if you would stay here and what you think about the amenities I just showed you. We're going to transition and show you how you can peacefully get to Disney. It's not that far, and we're going to go have a lot of fun. Many of you have asked how we're able to afford this lifestyle. Well, Jason and I still work full time. He's a real estate agent. and I'm a loan officer. And what we'd like you to know is that if we could help you buy or sell a piece of property or finance it or refinance it, we'd be honored to. We're licensed in almost all of the states and have nearly 30 years of experience in this industry. So if you need any help, there's a link in the description. Click it and get some time on our calendar. One of the nice things that Thousand Trails does is they give you lots of paperwork when you check in, and this is kind of a newsletter of sorts. And on the very back are directions on how to get to all the major theme parks, including Disney. It's at the top. So these are the directions that we normally take anyhow. So we're going to follow these turn by turn and see how we do. It is, what is it? 5:30 on a Friday night, which is a very busy time to be moving around Orlando. But this is kind of a back way. We're tucked in a really good side of town here where we don't have to deal with too much rush hour traffic. We set the timer. We're going to see how long it takes, and we'll report back to you.
Depending on traffic on 192, it should take us less than 30 minutes to be inside of Disney World. Man, there is a lot of traffic coming out of the park. I guess this isn't such a secret anymore. Tonight we're heading to Disney Springs. We're gonna do a little shopping, a little supper, and who knows, we may catch a Cirque show. Since we've been traveling full time, we don't really go to Disney much like we used to. Before the kids were born, and even after they were born, we had season passes. So we went quite a bit when we lived here in Florida. And it's kind of fun to be heading back, playing tourist for a little while. 28 minutes on a Friday afternoon. That's not too shabby. We're actually going to go park at a resort because I know Disney Springs parking area is going to be packed, and we're just going to ride the bus straight to Disney Springs. That is absolutely crazy. I've never seen that much traffic coming out this way. But it is 6 o'clock, so everybody's leaving the parks right now. And I'm glad we're going towards it, not away from it.
Speakeasy where you have to know where to go to get in, and then once you get through here it transforms. This is what we deal with all the time.
Did you guys see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Wow, so cinematic, Doug. One of the coolest things we saw at Disney Springs was this vintage amphibious car tour. It's $125 for a 20-minute ride, but you can take up to 4 of your friends. We passed. How about you? Would you spend $125 to go from land to sea to land in this cute little car? Well, we didn't make it to Cirque du Soleil, and that's okay. We made some other incredible memories these last couple weeks and got a whole pile of things done. I hope you give $3 camping a try near Disney. Grab someone you love, make a memory now, and we'll see you on the next adventure.